Hi guys, so it seems that Boris Johnson's support base is getting smaller and smaller, but it does still exist. And Question Time was able to discover at least one person who still thinks the Prime Minister is doing a pretty good job. Now this lady here could be a Tory party activist, but I don't really think she is. I think she's just a member of the public who believes the dear leader can do no wrong. Listen to her suggest that there's nothing to see here and that there are greater issues that the public should be concerned with.
And yes, I can see the difference between a work meeting and a party, and that wasn't a party.
Which one are you referring to?
The one where they're out on the terrace.
Okay, let's say for the sake of argument it was not a party, because I'd like to know her definition of a party. Is it because there were no balloons? There was no cake? Okay, well, let's leave cake for a moment. There were no clowns? Okay, well, there were at least one clown there. What is her definition of a party? Okay, let's say for the sake of argument, I don't believe that, but let's say for the sake of argument, it wasn't a party. Then what was it? Would you agree with me that it was a social gathering? Because it was not a work event, because obviously at a work event you would have had tablets on the table or laptops or pens and paper, whiteboards or something. So obviously it was not a work event. It was a social gathering, which would have broken the rules. Boris Johnson broke the rules there. The rules at the time were that you were to meet with one other person in a public space, I think it was. One other person, that was it. There were multiple people there, multiple people standing around within, not maintaining social distancing, in a garden, which was breaking the rules.
Those people were working together, and you're exactly right with what you're saying.
Okay, I really hate this argument that they were working together. Number 10 and number 11 is a huge complex. There are numerous offices in that complex. And you can't just say, well, these people were sitting next to each other all day. What's the problem with them going outside and having a glass of wine together? But that's not how it is normally. If you're sitting in an office all day with somebody, and you can't move because you're not supposed to move around, then who's going to spend the rest of the evening with that person? No, you're more likely to spend time with people who you don't normally meet in the office, or you met before the pandemic in the office, but because meetings were normally cancelled, they were moved online. Well, if there was an opportunity to meet somebody from another office, which you're not supposed to, but Boris Johnson said, don't worry, we're going to ignore the rules, then the people would do that. So I don't buy this argument that they were work colleagues who were spending all day together. What's the problem with them being outside together? These are probably people who don't meet up all the time.
He's told where to go. He's briefed and told, and he'll just go and walk into situations. All this rubbish, absolute nonsense about parties, this, dogs, this, something else. Can you not see we've got a major things happening on a job? We could be on the step of a third world war.
We could be on the brink of a third world war. Would you be happy with the leader of the country, facing into a third world war? Would you be happy with the leader of the country being a pathological liar? I wouldn't be happy with the leader of the country being a pathological liar with us being on the brink of a third world war. That would concern me a bit. I would prefer somebody who would be a bit more honest. Now, it seems, just to highlight something here, it seems that some countries want to put pressure on Russia, but the United Kingdom government does not. Now, I don't know if this is related to money that the Conservative Party have received from Russia, but let's park that.
And you're talking about cheese and wine.
All right, well, on that note...
We have got the police investigating it as well,
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
good. Right, yeah.
Now, okay, the police are investigating. So for this lady, this is all pointless. Nobody cares about cake, nobody cares about animals, nobody cares about parties. those issues are irrelevant to Boris Johnson in a sense, because this is not the argument. The argument is not, did Boris Johnson eat a piece of cake or not? The argument is that he broke the rules. The rules were no social gatherings. Look, let's say for the sake of argument, I drive through a red light. Should I get punished? Yes. If the police commissioner or a judge drives through a red light, should they be punished? Yes. But with Boris Johnson, it's I drive through the red light, I get punished. Boris Johnson drives through the red light, he doesn't get punished. Or we have to wait for Sue Gray to come out and decide whether Boris Johnson drove through the red light or not. That's the problem here. It's not what Boris Johnson did, it's whether Boris Johnson should resign over those things. He broke the law. He lied to Parliament. These are very serious accusations. And if he has broken these rules, if he has lied to Parliament, then he should resign. It's not about animals, it's not about cake, it's not about parties. Why is this so difficult for people to understand? Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.